So, hello everyone. I want to start off this video. I decided that I want to actually go live with these videos more often because it actually gets a whole lot more feedback. So when people actually go back and they see that it actually was a live conversation, it seems to do a little bit better. So that is why I am going to go live with this. So good morning, all beautiful people. I hope everybody is having an amazing day today. If you're not having an amazing day, I hope that I can say something that can possibly lift up your spirits and your energy for today. When I'm talking, if you do have any questions, I am going to periodically go to the questions and I'm going to answer a few that actually do make sense. I'm going to promote a few small businesses that is striving, and they're trying to do some promoting with me. So they send me some pretty cool products. So I'm going to just jump a few of them in there so that they can get a little bit of recognition. So if I have anything that you are interested in, I hope that you do follow them and you go and you check out the different products that they have. But today's video is about friendship traumas. And I already did a video 2 weeks ago about friendship traumas. And the video that I already did about friendship traumas specifically, well, everyone knows, I mean, the traumas that my friendship suffered that is going all over, uh, all over the internet right now. And last night, the show Real Black China, it airs on WeTV on Thursdays. So usually Thursday night, I get a whole lot of messages. I get a whole lot of people, reaching out for different reasons or what so have you. So and everyone who has been following, they know that this all did happen in 2019. So this is something that's all coming back up, and it's just scrambling me up a little bit as of now. And you get so many different opinions from people. So many people don't know you, but have so many different opinions of you. So because my life and my likeliness is all over TV, I do feel as though I have absolutely no reason why I shouldn't be able to come and explain certain things or actually tell my side of the story. Last night, I know that the last week, the episode where me and China, we had a argument. Everyone saw that. I've already explained another video about how things actually ended up falling out with us when I was in the airport. I have that video posted on my channel as well. But as far as it's just this is all a very touchy subject. Good morning to everybody. It's still morning here on the West Coast. On the East Coast, I know it's already in the afternoon, but yes, I'm talking about friendship traumas, and this is part two of it because I just had one of my best friends come and visit me here in LA, and she was here for a few days. And while she was here, we had a conversation. And this is not the first time me and her had this conversation since this issue with me and China had happened. Everyone knows China. I mean, if you've been around me, you know that she's been around for years, whatever, so have you. So everyone is concerned about me, and particularly because hey, how you doing, everybody? I'm about to say, everyone, I'm glad that you are catching me live because this is actually a very important live. And this is an important live for anybody. It's not necessarily just for someone who is going through a friendship trauma, but this is real life for me. So a whole lot of people, you can look at it and you'll think that it is not real, or it's on TV, or I'm aware of it, or whatever so have you. This show was being filmed as we were going along. So I wasn't aware of anything that was going on until it was actually happening. And that's just how it was. It was kind of like reality. So and it's really actually pretty messed up. A lot of people have been messaging me from last night's episode, because last night's episode, China went to church. And when she went to church, they did some flashbacks. And when they did the flashbacks, they kind of added me in there, which kind of implicated like I was an issue or I was a problem in China's life. I'm I was baffled when I saw it myself, and like I keep on telling everybody, like I'm a real person. This stuff is actually affecting me. Like it's actually affecting my day to day life. Like sometimes I'm just like, oh shit, not again, you know. And then unfortunately with her mom, that's a whole nother, you know, a hope. I can't even call that a trauma or whatever, but that's just a whole nother thing. But for everyone who has been sending me the messages from last night's episode, I wanted to do this video because whatever was going on in the church, that is whatever was going on in the church. But maybe she has her own friendship traumas herself that she is dealing with or whatever, because whatever she's dealing with, even if you are the person who is creating the problems, it's obviously a trauma somewhere within you that, you know, these things are continuing to circulate around you. So I mean, some healing needs to be somewhere, and I mean, that's just something that just needs to be done. So, I wanted to actually really do this video because I was having a conversation. Like I said, I wanted to. This is part 2 of friendship traumas. So, in part 1, I explained more so on my side, specifically with the situation with China. But then I had to think more so like into it. And I mean, I take accountability for everything that I have actually played a part in or what so have you. But I try to look at myself as a good person, as a good friend. Wherever there's fault on my half, I try to acknowledge it. If it's, you know, because I mean, I can be a bitch. Everyone knows that sometimes I do say hurtful things to hurt your feelings just because I'm mad. And that's normal, but it's still wrong. And I am the friend who, if I do that, it is usually because of something. You said something to me, you did something, or what so have you. It takes me a while before I actually get to that point, is what I'm actually trying to say. But I can say fucked up shit. A lot of people can. So, but I'm very apologetic within the next 5 to 10 minutes. I do not like to have any type of altercations with anybody that I love. If I do not like you, trust me, you will know. And I mean, I'm not the type of person where I just love and just like everybody. Everybody does not appreciate you. Everyone does not deserve your love. So that first and foremost. So let that be known. So people need to put barriers on exactly who can have your energy and who can't. And for a long time, I wasn't aware of who should be worthy of my energy. And I really do believe that that does come back from to childhood traumas, because even with my mother passing when I was 9 years old, my dad dying when I was 3 years old, those things, they all played a part in me still seeking love, or me still seeking validation from someone who I respected, or who I cared for in that matter. So I had to take it all the way back to my very first friend who ever really like kind of hurt me, because like I was saying, I'm everyone says, oh Treasure, you're beautiful, you're cute, you're this and you're that. Yes, I was always pretty cute, whatever, but I was also unfortunate. I'm number 7 of 8 children, and I'm the last girl. So I got all of the hand-me-downs. There was no such thing as tags, price tags, unless it was my birthday, you know, and that was still very seldom. I was the kid, you know, like who we only got shoes, you know, once or twice a year. You had your Mary Janes for church, and you had, you know, your pair of sneakers or whatever that you could only wear to school, and you had to wear your other ones on other times. And you know, back then the Reeboks was hot, and you know, once you get your little ball up on the toe, oh, now you got the scuffs up on your toes. We ain't gonna get all into that. The fact of the matter is that, you know, some people, everybody comes from different backgrounds. So I'm taking it back, to me personally. My first friendship trauma actually happened from my very first best friend. Like I said, I was unfortunate, so I didn't really have a whole lot of friends when I was in elementary school. I was the girl who stayed to herself. People knew who I was, but like I said, people sitting they talk about my teeth. My teeth was not all the best. I didn't get braces until I was 23 years old. So I wasn't the girl who was all smiling like how I am now. I kind of kept my smile to myself. All of my pictures, it was That's how it was. I did not like my smile when I was a little girl. So I had one friend, and I'm not even going to get all into that, but this was a friend. She had moved from Connecticut. I think, yeah, it was from Connecticut. Fourth grade, she had came to my elementary school, Rudolph. And hey, everybody, I'm going to go through some of the questions in a little while. I'm going to just finish up this beginning part of my friendship traumas, and so I can move on to the second part. So, my friend from elementary school, she was just so cool to me, and I was like, okay, well, this is going to be my friend, and it's always just been just a two peas in a pod type of thing for me. I never was like clicked up where it was always like a whole group of us. Unless, well, when I got maybe like to high school, I kind of had a clique of girls who we was like all going to the go-go and stuff, and we're still friends now to this day. But once I started going into the go-go's and stuff, then I had my girls who we went to the go-go's. But my first best friend, she was my best friend from fourth grade all the way to ninth grade. And in ninth grade, I have no idea to this day exactly why we're not friends. And she was my best friend at this time. Mind you, we became best friends in fourth grade. We were the ones who was dressed alike and all of that stuff. So I was very confused as to how we stopped being friends. But long story short, she calls me over her house one day. I come over her house and well, let me add this in. She started hanging with this other girl. So the other girl who she was hanging with, she wore designer clothes. She had some Ferragamos and Parasucos or whatever. And I didn't own any Parasucos. I was happy if I had a pair of wave jeans back then. But long story short, I didn't have none of the designer stuff, but I was still cute, and always been funny, have good sense of humor. That's how I learned how to Joan, because nigga with messed up teeth, you gotta know how to, you gotta know how to defend yourself. So that's how that happened. My friend, she called me, and we're walking down the street. She like, yeah, girl, let me tell you about such and such. She want to tell me about this girl. Back in the day, it was you a roller. So we was talking about this girl who was a roller at the time, and she was talking about what she was doing in the alley. So a car comes down the street, and I'm telling this story. I hope she actually sees this one day, because the girl daughter hit me up on Instagram and was like, hey, you used to be friends with my mom. And I'm like, your mama talking about me the way how she did me, but okay, whatever. Funny, right? But yeah, we're walking down the street, just walking, and a car comes down the street, and I get hit. I get hit in my face, and I'm like, girl, you hit me, girl, stop. She just starts attacking me, just beating me up, and I'm like, what the fuck? What? I mean, this is my best friend. I don't know what's going on. And I see her new friend is a couple of feet behind us, like they planned this shit or something. Her new friend is a little bit behind her, and she just eating a fruit cup. And she's laughing, and she's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm still in shock. Like, I'm not no fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no fighter. And this is supposed to be my best friend, my sister. I'm confused. Like, what is going on? She beat me up. I'm into a ball. I'm on the gate. She took off her Chinese slipper. She hit me with the Chinese slipper and everything. I have no marks on my face. She ain't she ain't bruising nigga or nothing, but it was just the fact that she just attacked me like that. And I'm like, did this girl she just beat me up. So then after she just beat me up and left me right there sitting on the fence. This is at the corner of my house, because we lived in between the block. If you from uptown, you got 4th and Jefferson, you got 7th and Jefferson. 5th and 6th is basically connected to each other. So we walking from 7th down to 5th, and right before we get to 5th, which is the street to cross over to my block, she just attacked me, just beat me up, and I couldn't understand why she had beat me up. So that was the end of our friendship. I was in ninth grade. I was so upset that I didn't go back to school. I said, fuck that. I ain't going back to Coolidge, because as I was going to Coolidge, I said, this girl just beat me up. I ain't got no friends. I said, man, you got me messed up if you think I'm about to go to Coolidge nah, I ain't going back to school. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the end of it for me. You know, that's why when I got the 12th grade, shit, I was in school from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. making up them damn ninth grade credits that I had messed up. So yeah, it was just crazy. I couldn't believe that this was my best friend who had just beating me up for absolutely no reason. She never told me why she beat me up. Of course, I had to investigate a little bit. So after investigating a little bit, back then chat lines was real popular. So the girl and her new friend, they was playing on the chat line, calling this other girl. Look, it's so much drama. Bitches been on fucked up shit, right? I was never into it. I'm busy minding my own business. Long story short, they was calling the girl retarded because she was on, on some ESL classes, telling her boyfriend that. Got back to the girl mother, and I was friends with the girl, and they blamed it on me. I had absolutely no idea what was going on. And then I'm like, so y'all gonna say I called the girl retarded, and then you gonna beat me up because when they called me and asked me did I call the girl retarded, I said no, I don't even be on the chat line. And everyone who knows me ain't never caught Treasure Thompson on no fucking chat line. Never. I have never been on no chat line ever. That was not me. That was not my thing. I was too busy. No, I was too busy. Nah, let me keep it 100. We ain't had nothing but one phone line in my house. My grandmother after 9 o'clock, she was like, "Y'all not using my phone." We ain't have internet. We used to still use the disc that you had to put in there. You know what I'm saying? And once that 1,500 hours ran out, we had to wait for another 1,500-hour disc to come back in. So yeah, that's the type of unfortunate hood shit that I grew up on. That's why, not for nothing, I so value and appreciate everything that I have to this day. And that's why um everyone keep on telling me. That's why I know for certain that I wasn't wrong in this friendship. I am a good friend because I'm that bitch. I am that bitch. I am grateful. I am humble. I am loving. I am caring. I am sharing. Like, that is me. Like, I'm always in the mood to help and promote other people. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into a little promotion. Yes, this is my gratitude brew cup. Y'all can get this. This is inspired and sip with intentions. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead on and sip in style. Sip with intentions. Yeah. So, whew, that right there is my first friendship trauma, and I think that pretty much kind of messed me up. And then I kind of pretty much stayed to myself for a while after that. Let me go on here and check out some questions. What's up, CC's? Lancaster, Long Beach in the building. I love you all too. See, people can relate. Like, it's just crazy. Like, thank you. My nails is done by Paige did it. Yes. See, my inner peace is actually my inner peace is actually coming with talking. Tamika, you don't have to watch my live if you don't want to see me be a therapist, baby, because I'm going to be a therapist. This is helping me. It's not only helping me. If you saw the amount of people who told me that my story actually helps them, that the things that I talk about they are going through, or even younger people. I got girls 17 messaging me telling me that they don't want to have to go through this. Who wants to sit and invest all their time and sit and be and sit and be a part of something that you're not valued at? Come on, man, that's a waste of life. But that was my first friendship trauma. And right after that, the same girl who beat me up, supposedly supposed to be my best friend, and mind you, this was my best friend from fourth grade. She was, a part of my family. My grandmother would let her come into the house and everything. Everyone knows my oldest son, his dad died in a car accident 6 weeks after my son was born. So this same girl, she came into my house and she cut up all of the pictures of me and my son's dad. Like, that's how evil people are. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, this girl is completely, completely evil. What did I do to deserve that? I have absolutely no idea. But I could just go on with how many things have been centered around me that I just did not deserve. And I'm just like, dang, that's why I tell people, like, I really believe in past life traumas. That's why this life, I have to talk about it. I have to sit and I have to iron it out. And I want to really let people sit and connect and see me for me, because whoever I'm going to be in my next life, I don't want them to continue to deal with the traumas that I'm obviously dealing with now. Like, I mean, come on now. Both of my parents passed the HIV, and it wasn't because my mom was, out being a hooker, like how, some people are making crazy videos trying to demean my parents. Who does that? That's why personally I'm not going to address Tokyo Tony and her antics with her disrespect, because she's obviously sick. And I said, it's no way you could win with someone who needs mental help. So what they say is takes two people to argue, one wrong, one stupid. And I'm wrong for arguing with a stupid person. But I don't know how someone could say such hurtful things about someone whom they never met, and on top of that is deceased. And I'm just like, that's just crazy. But for anyone who actually does care, my father was in the Navy. And he was in Vietnam. He had traumas from seeing things that was going on over there, like a lot of black men who had no choice but to go over there and fight. When my dad came back, he was a little messed up, and he went and he started using drugs like a lot of people. And yes, he was using intravenous drugs, sharing needles, which is how he contracted HIV. And my mother was still very much so in love with him, and she stuck beside him until the very day he died. I was present the day he died, got the buckets of water and the shoes and everything, watched the fire department and ambulance come in as my mother washed him and prepared him to be taken off. So, and I was 3 years old at that time. So that was, my mother was super strong. She was the strongest woman I have ever met. And I'm sitting and I can talk about that. I'm not wearing my chain, but it's right here. And she's giving me strength to even sit and talk about some of this stuff. Like my mother, she was not playing. My daddy got into stuff with drug dealers. She snatched us all up. We relocated. That's how I was born in Massachusetts. Like, people want to know, that's how I was born in Massachusetts. My family is, we're from DC. But, we had to run up to Massachusetts for a couple of years because my daddy got into some stuff. But my mama ain't never leave him. She stuck beside him. And that's a real woman, real strong black woman. And it wasn't his fault that he was messed up in the head. It was the government. And they wasn't taking care of us. They wasn't doing nothing, to make sure that we was good with a little check that they was giving for his pain and heartache. That still didn't stop him from putting the needle in his arm. That still didn't stop him from doing that. That still didn't stop him from passing it to my mother, and my mother losing her life to full-blown AIDS at 41. Like, why is that okay? Like, Miss Tony is crazy. Like, you've exceeded my mother's life, my mother's lifespan by 10, 12 years. The entire time that me and your daughter had even been friends. But that's just sad on a whole nother point. And I'm just like, it is. It's a whole lot of people who actually like, I mean, I got uncles. I know it's a lot of people who really suffered pain from being overseas. And it's still traumatizing us to this day, because come on now, me even at my age now, you think I don't need my mama? You think I don't need my daddy? You think that someone sitting and saying those things to me wouldn't hurt? People have the misconception that, oh, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You're lying. You are lying. Words hurt. If words do not hurt you, I'm sorry. You're callous. Like, I'm just sorry. You are extremely callous. It's no way that you could be a decent person and someone say something so demeaning and so hurting to you that it does not cause you any physical pain. I have been caused physical pain up until the point where I couldn't catch my breath with certain things that you're reading. And it's just like, wow. But me, to be honest, like in 2019, I wasn't talking. Me talking now, I swear, the stuff that people are saying to me, it is it's the stuff that I need, because I don't have my mom, because some of the people who are talking to me are older people who have been through certain things. So I appreciate their view. And YouTube has been so amazing with actually having so many people who actually, who have really good things to say, because not I'm trying to look away from the camera because this is not supposed to be a sad video, but I do appreciate so many people who have actually been saying so much uplifting things to me, because I need it. Like, people think that just because you on TV you not real, and that is so false. And I had a conversation with one of my best friends, my friend Crystal. We was just in New York this past weekend, and she sat and she was talking to me, and she was like, I was one of those people. She was like, I used to look at the people on the internet and be like, they lying. Like, how they hurting? They signed up for this. They on TV. They knew that was going to happen. And I'm like, no. And she said that she never got it until it was actually happening to me, because she loves me. And she's like, you're my friend. And we sat, we crying about this, because she's like, I know it hurts you. Like, I'm talking to you. I'm seeing you. Like, it was pretty messed up. Like, nobody gets it when it's actually happening to you. And then, like, even like, I got kids. Like, my oldest son is 17. He grew up with me. He's watching this stuff on the internet. My daughter is 3 years old. She's on the internet. She watches different things. She see the video. She's asking, mommy, why is this girl yelling at you? What's going on? And they don't understand, and you have to sit and you have to explain it. And then, unfortunately, when stuff is cut up, the whole story is not even out there. So you have to defend yourself, and everyone keeps, oh well, even if you say, I'm not a real friend because I'm speaking on it, or nobody else spoke on it, nobody else has to defend anything. No other friend who is no longer friends with China was ever put in a public space where they had to defend themselves. Nobody. Nobody. And I specifically said, of all people, why be? You could have cut that whole episode. If you ain't want to be friends with me, you could have just said that. If you didn't want me to be in your studio, you could have just said that. It was never mandatory. I had my own space. I purposely never wanted my friend to think that I needed her for a connection, because my connection, I genuinely loved her. I wanted her to know that she really had somebody who loved her and was there for her no matter what. But that's just not, it wasn't reciprocated. Although it was told to me that it was going to be reciprocated, it just wasn't. Which is what continues to hurt me, because, like, even with the episode last night, people are like, and people are wondering, how is this traumatic? How is this traumatic? Are you freaking kidding me? This girl went to church and told a pastor that I'm a part of the reason for you. I'm not gonna give that too much too much more energy, but even when I was looking at that, I said, I don't even think she went to sleep from the night before, because the night before was when me and her had argued. So last night's episode went the next day from where me and her was arguing. So I'm just like, dang. And it's just really messed up actually watching it. It's messed up watching it again. So I'm just like, why is it that, okay, apparently I'm still a part of the, a part of the conversation. And then it's not even over. That's what's even more upsetting. It's not even over. You're going to continue to talk about me. Next week it's gonna be a whole nother thing. I mean, I'm just like, why was it necessary to keep on stomping on me? Like, if I'm so this little person, if I'm so whatever, it just really just hurt my feelings because I was told how much I was needed for the show. But as soon as I wasn't needed anymore, it was just gone. And I tried, to just be like, okay, it's cool. Treasure, you signed up for this. You got the shit into the stick. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? Try to turn it around and make it positive, this and this and that. And I was just like, nah, bruh, I can't do it. I can't claim this. I cannot say that this is even anything that I'm happy about. Like, it's no way possible. I let the whole season sit and play out. And then I'm like, okay, let me contact the lawyers. I did do this for some money. I got my kids. I need this money so I can move the fuck back to DC because I'm done. I'm tired. I'm like, I don't want to be here no more. And that was what my whole thing was. I was like, I'm ready to go back home. I need to go be with my mom. My aunt is like my mom. That's who raised me. That's the only person who I could even talk to about anything that I'm going through. And unfortunately, she's in a nursing home right now, so she can't even have visitors. Even when I haven't been able to have visitors since COVID started. So that's the only person, who I would even sit in and talk to. Not that I don't have other family members, but everybody is kind of distant. And I don't want to feel like I'm reaching out to people and, I'm on TV and people have just images of you, and it's just crazy. Ooh, child, when I say I ain't even gonna talk about Miss Mary, but Lord, I was very upset with that myself. I try to catch my breath a little bit. And maybe she is embarrassed to call me. But I don't even see how. Like, I'm the softest person anybody will ever meet. Like, I talk to strangers in my DMs on a regular basis. People sit and tell me their problems. If I can help, I try to be helpful. It's not nothing that's ever I'm so regular. Like, I genuinely don't feel as though I'm more superior than anybody. I just cannot wait until I get to a place where I'm in a position to put on the people who have been sticking beside me, who have been right there consistently pushing me, because I do have that. Like, I feel like that is my calling. Like, even me being here in LA, like, this is where my mother wanted us to be. Like, she moved us here when I was 7. She came here, like, even though she was sick and all of that other stuff. My mother, she moved here. She left us in DC first. She moved here, got settled, was in school. She was going to school. She got her apartment, got everything together. She started her own LLC, Ebony Incorporated. So my mother was doing her own thing. She was definitely doing her own thing, and everybody in my family tells me I'm just like her. So it really helps me to know that this is where she wanted us to be. I remember us when we were 7. When I was 7, I remember us walking down Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you so much, Carmen. I really appreciate that. I really do. I remember us walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and they were filming a movie, and we were right there coming up towards the McDonald's, and they stopped us and they said, "Oh my God, your daughters, they're beautiful. Do they know how to jump double dutch?" And mind you, I'm 7 at this time. My mother, she immediately turned to us and she said, "Y'all can jump, right?" So of course, we know how to jump single rope, but we had no idea how to jump double dutch. And when I say we tried, we definitely tried, but we could not do it. My mother, the look on her face was like, oh my goodness, like, how can y'all not be able to do this? Like, I have to get y'all to be able to do this. As soon as we got back to DC, we learned how to jump double dutch. We had the girls, Kia and them across the street knew how to jump double dutch. We immediately learned how to jump double dutch. And I know that my mother always wanted us to be on the big screen. My mother was an extra in the Black Panther. She was an extra in the Malcolm X movie. So my mother was in acting. So that was what she wanted to do. And I really, really, really always wanted to do it too. But of course, my teeth was messed up, so I had to get that together first. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got veneers, but these is mine and they're straight. So I'm cool with that. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on doing as much as I can to keep on pushing forward. Hey, Takisa Sims. Yes, I am an empath. I definitely am. I'm the type of person who, if you have something going on, I can't help but make it my business. A lot of people, what's so crazy is that a lot of people actually say that they don't want to watch the show. Watching the show is actually, thank you, LaShawn Strickland. Oh, it's a blessing. It's a blessing that God blocked that hookup. Her mom says she was the devil, has the devil tatted on her. You don't want that BS in your life. Stay good. Stay good. Stay blessed. You know what? You are absolutely right. I never knew that she had that was tattooed on her sometime after me and her were being friends. YouTube streets. I have a whole video. If you go down, I have a whole video, 25 questions about me, and I have the Yoniologist episode 101 tells you all about my siblings. It talks about my children and all of that. But my mother gave birth to 8 children. And I am number 7 of 8. I'm the last girl. I have a little brother. So I have 2 brothers who passed away. I have my eldest brother, Thomas Jr. He was actually killed. He was killed actually when he was taking us to the corner store. I was in the stroller and my 2 sisters was with us, and my brother was going to be a rapper. He made beats and all of that other stuff. So he used to hang out with Big Daddy Kane and all of them. That was his crew back in the day. My oldest brother, he would be damn near 50 now if he was still alive. But yes, my brother, he unfortunately got into a fight around the corner from our house when we lived out in Rockville, Maryland. Was it Rockville? No, that's we moved there. After my I had another brother who had passed away in Massachusetts first. He was hit by a car in the alley and he passed away at 5. So after that happened, crazy, right? My mom's super strong. We moved back down to Maryland and we was living in Rockville. My brother at 18 had got into a fight, and when he had got into a fight, he hit his head on the curb. And when he hit his head on the curb, he went into a coma, and he never woke back up from the coma. So my mom ended up having to pull the plug on him. And he has 2 beautiful daughters, and one of them is still living. His oldest daughter, my niece Ivana, she just passed away last year in September. Unfortunately, they found her body in an abandoned house in Atlanta. So it's like trauma after trauma, family traumas. So that's what else I be trying to tell people. You never know what someone is going through, and unfortunately, like sometimes with this, you be like, damn, how is this even happening? Jadori, thank you. You're definitely you solid uptown. I appreciate it. Look, you I'm always going to support anybody that's from uptown. I'm going to support you. All of my small businesses, I'm definitely going to support you. I do not, never want to be that person who anybody say switched up or they changed. If anything, I want people to say, yo, Treasure changed for the better. She's still the same real person, but she definitely changed for the better. But this is really strictly about friendship traumas, like it's so real. And like I was saying about my friend Crystal, when she was telling me, like, she didn't even believe that, this is stuff that people actually really are going through. People be really thinking that it is that it's for ratings. But I have a recording, and this recording, what's crazy right now, Elvina? I'm trying so hard with these lawyers. I'm trying with the restraining orders and with everything. It's really, really hard right now because of COVID. You have to do everything online. You have to scan. Like, the police stations is not even open. It's just so overwhelming right now that I don't even know exactly how to actually get that done. Hey, Rockville. Okay, yes. Rob, I am from DC. I was born in Holyoke, Massachusetts, but I'm actually from DC. That's where I claim. That's where I went to elementary school. I went to Rudolph, uptown. Then I went to Paul Junior High School. Then I got put out of Paul, and then I went to Taft. So then after Taft, I went to Coolidge because that's where all the cool kids was going. That's what I thought until I got to where I was supposed to be at, which was at Roosevelt Rough Riders. He lets you know, the best high school uptown. So I love my Rough Riders. Everybody who I met there, just all amazing people. I definitely do appreciate you all. Okay, in here from San Diego. But I had to try to make my energy a little bit better. Let me drink a little bit of I be making my own caramel macchiatos at home. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all can do it. You just need a little bit of coffee cream, some caramel, a little bit of chocolate sauce. You get it together. Star, I was born at Providence Hospital in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Okay. So I wanna actually I went to Taft because Taft, it became a alternative school. So I went to Taft when it was a alternative school. So yeah. Whew, had to get my energy back together because it really do be really actually it really, this is just bringing up so much stuff. Like, it's really actually just bringing up so much stuff, and I'm just trying to clear my mind. Like, I just, it's just too much. So how I'm really, really, really going to clear my mind as far as with this, I really want to, I had a conversation with my best friend Destiny. Met her at Rudolph in elementary school. We went to Rudolph and Paul together. Okay, Rob, you went to John Burroughs, so you might know the girl who we was talking about earlier. The girl I had a friend that lived around there, Janae. I think she went to John Burroughs. Them the two girls that I actually shoot. We're gonna have a whole another story about that. It was a few people that was around there that was cool. But yeah, those was my days around Taft. That was just ninth grade towards the end of the year. Whew, okay. All right. So this right here, I'm gonna try my very best not to cry. I was talking with my best friend Destiny, and halfway through the conversation, I started to record the conversation because she was telling me certain things, and we've had these conversations before. And when we've had these conversations, sometimes I don't. I guess she's saying I'm not taking heed of them, so I need to. I need to. I kept this so that I can come back to it because, like I said, we're talking about friendship traumas. And with this being a friendship trauma, like I said, I took it all the way back. I took it all the way back to when I was in elementary school. The girl who I told you, she just beat me up. And this was supposed to be my best friend. Never gave me an explanation. You know what I'm saying? I guess, she just wanted to be friends with my friend, the girl Janae. I just still don't even understand that, but whatever, so have you. She beat me up, and that was that. So I just always wanted to make sure that that I'm good. Love is always the answer. See, yes, and I appreciate that. I have the support here from the DMV. Hold on, Eastern HD. Okay, high school. Hey, Battle of the Bands. Yo, hey man, hey. If you from DC and you ain't never been to the Battle of the Bands, listen, I don't even know. Like you missing out, man. You missing out. That is just something different. Like listen, Eastern holding that down. Like my friend Jay Meese, she yeah, her son Marquez, he just came from out of Easton, and he is got a scholarship over at I think it's VSU, Virginia State. I believe so, but I'm very proud of my city in every way and form and fashion, like for real. But okay. So with the friendship traumas, like I'm saying, okay, you went to Paul. I gotta say this. So, do you know Miss Giles? Miss Giles is the reason why I got put out of Paul and had to go to Taft. I swear she was hating on me one day, man. I'm just minding my business, singing, walking down the street, singing sardines. Hey, and pork and beans. What sardines? I'm just minding my business, singing sardines. This lady on the tennis court, if you went to Paul, then you know Miss Giles is always on the tennis court. I got to school on Monday. Do you know that this lady had me a daggone suspension slip telling me that I'm getting suspended because she heard my friend at the time I was talking about, Jasmine. She heard Jasmine say, "Don't talk about her," because I was singing sardines. So she gonna try to tell me on the weekend when I'm walking past the daggone tennis court that me singing sardines, I was talking about her. And I said, you know what? She must know that she smelled like sardines. That's the only reason why she was doing that. Because how else can you sit and say anything of that matter if you wasn't, you know what I'm saying, if you don't smell like sardines? Long story short, got into it with her. You know, they tried to send me to U217. I wasn't having it. So I think I flipped the table with some shit. Man, immediately ran to my locker, popped that joint open, snatched out my stuff, ran out the front door. I was like, man, fuck this school. I don't even care, man. I was like, fuck this school. My grandmother got oxygen. She ain't coming up here. I was like, yo, my grandmother got oxygen. She ain't coming up here. She ain't coming past the front door, bruh. So, shoot, unless you come into my house to get me in trouble, shoot, I ain't getting in trouble unless she could catch me. Fuck that. But, yes, I'm glad that I did have something to actually bring a smile to my face before I actually play this. Because I'm not even going to play the whole recording because the whole recording is about 40 minutes. But, my friend was actually, she was talking to me. Nobody feels like that. If they do, they never say it. Also, and don't, feel like you can't say what you need to say because I'm honest in my conversations. Okay. But disregard. I just want to, point out things so I can see. Like this is me and my friend. We're actually And I'm trying to be here for you. That's why I come out here. I take clients. Can y'all hear her? It's been stated that take clients while I'm out here. But I do physically want to just be here for you. I said I was going to be. I'm trying to stick to my word. So that's why I'm trying to make it out here every month, regardless of whatever I got. This was a pretty heated conversation between me and my best friend. We were talking, and my friend's hurting, and you have a defense mechanism, like I do as well, as to where you just rather say fuck it all, and it's like you push to see how far you can push sometimes. Is what it feels like. To see if the bond is really true. Can you hear it? It's just what I feel like. And I feel like you don't have to do that with me. You don't have to push and see if I'm going to take it or, you know what I mean? None of that. And I know that what I'm saying is I don't think it's fake or nothing like that. I think you genuinely feel like this sometimes. And it is your truth. But I can't continue to defend my friendship for you or my feelings or every move I make. You don't just do it with me. You do it with the closest people too. You do it right too. You push it and be like, well, maybe it's this or maybe it's that. So if you can't hear her, what she's actually stating, she's talking about the fact that
I have my issues too. And
that nobody,
we both
that my
have
friends
tempers.
are.
And whether it's
I want you
expressed
to hear what
to
she's
each
saying.
other, it affects us. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can be upset about something completely ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay. Well, maybe when she's crying in the middle of her talking. So as she's crying, it is kind of low, and she was a little bit of a ways from me. But I think that when I start speaking, that you may be able to hear me a little bit better. But what she's actually stating is that it's not fair that her being my friend, that she understands that I went through a friendship trauma with China, and she knows that, but she's been my friend longer, so she feels like, listen, I've been your friend longer, I know you, I've been there, I've seen who you are, I know how much you do, I know what you do, and I know what you did for her. So stop doing this to us. Stop beating me up. Stop making me have to defend my loyalty to you. Stop making me feel like I'm not worthy of your friendship because you're scared or because you're feeling a certain type of way of what happened with China. And it's really messed up. That's why I wanted to really break this down into friendship traumas, part two. Friendship traumas is not just for me, it's for my friends too. And I recorded this, and it was so hurtful to actually sit and listen to her. And I mean, like I said, I got halfway through here before I even started recording. So a whole lot of what she was saying wasn't even recorded prior to this. But what she was pretty much saying is that because of what I went through with China, as soon as I feel like, I pretty much, I walk on eggshells. Yo, I am so DC Mo. Kill. You so funny. But you see, she basically, she's saying like, whenever I have a disagreement with my friends or anything, now I've gotten to the point where I just be like, okay, fuck it, it's cool, never mind, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, no, Treasure, stop doing that. You're not the fucked up friend, because I do. She said, you get upset.
Upset or have an attitude sometimes or whatever.
She's like, you don't have to have an attitude. You don't have to be upset. She said, it's the words that's coming out.
Why I gotta be bundled in with whatever you gotta into? Why my friendship gotta be bundled in it?
Why does her friendship have to be bundled into it? And it's really messed up, because I never wanted my friends to feel like that. But I see exactly how they can feel like that, because I do. I sit and I make it seem like I'm not questioning her friendship. And that's what I had to keep on telling her. I'm not questioning your friendship. I do not think that you're less genuine or anything of that matter. But you got to also understand that I'm nervous. Like, I don't know what I did to China to make her embarrass me like that on TV. Like, we could fight, you could embarrass me, we could go blow to blow, in private. But for you to do that and then to put it on TV and then to bring it back, it's just kind of like, damn, like, why would you do that? But a whole lot of people, they're like, yo, she was threatened by you. They like, why you think she put that stuff with your son in the first episode? She wanted people to think that you're a bad mom. She wanted people to sit and say all of that. When, if people pay attention, you see every episode, you see Treasure come in the door and you see me leave, because I was clocking in and clocking out. This was, what I was supposed to be, though. California girl, I don't know why 2 years later, though. Like, 2 years later, I'm talking about it now because the platform that is on, for one, WeTV, they captions is OD. Like, I say, yo, they got me messed up. If like, the captions that they put on the stuff with me and her, like, it hurt. Like, I'm just like, dang, like, are you serious? Like, this is WeTV, this is a network who's putting these captions up, whatever, so have you. But I'm like, this is just crazy. But me going through all of this with her, like I said, this made me reevaluate myself. It reevaluated my life, my business, my friends, my lifestyle, the different things that I talk about to people. Like I sat and I'm a very open book. Like I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done. Like I done fucked some people who I don't regret. I done probably been in some places that I probably shouldn't have been in. I done probably turned up too much before, and I done probably got locked up, which has definitely happened. Shit, I done been in Atlantic City and got so motherfucking lit, beat up a police officer. And I didn't even know he was a police officer. I just remember a dude, and he was a little close. I was in his. I don't know what the hell happened, but we all been through some shit. But long story short is that stuff comes from hurt. It comes from pain. It's something that you sitting and you trying to, fix, or you trying to cover up, and we can't keep going through that. That's why I'm saying these traumas need to be addressed. Like you need to address these things, and it's no way that. Oh, that's me talking.
I was upset with that, but everybody knows that it takes me, 3 to 5 minutes to calm down when it has nothing to do with
This
you.
is me talking
If it has
now.
something to do with you, I just want to talk to you about it until we iron out the
So
problem.
this is me
Which
talking
9
now.
times out of 10 usually happens. I asked all of my friends, I asked all of you, including you specifically,
Can y'all hear me?
conversation with you, to give me this time to let me be the focus of our friendships, and I specifically asked all of my friends, and not for nothing, some of my friends is not lasting. You know what I'm saying? Like Yaya, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been going through shit. This has now been going on for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that just happened last week. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought I had healed from it, and then it came back around. So yes, I do question not you. I question myself. And you're supposed to be my best friend. And when I come to you with every
You gotta bear with
questioning
me
of
because I'm
everybody,
crying in the
I
middle
don't
of
just
this
question. I
recording.
don't even question you with your destiny, and it bothers me that because I come to you in such confidence with so many things, and the fact that you always personalize everything. Like I come to you, I ask you about Victoria, how where my fault is in that situation. I ask you about Lala, if I had fault in that situation. I ask you about every friend. And
I
I ask you
asked
what
my
my
best
fault
friend,
is in that
I asked
situation
it like
because I
if I have
genuinely
any
care
fault.
about your
Not that I
opinion.
have any fault
And
with any of
because
these
I'm going
friends,
through something within myself where I
but
don't
because
know.
I want to make sure
So
I'm
I
being a
need the
good
people who
friend.
supposedly supposed to love me, or who in my brain I feel as though love me unconditionally, can process these things. Unfortunately, throughout my life, I have realized that some people are not mentally capacitated to be able to do those things. And I have to figure out those things along the route. Also, in the midst of all of these things, and genuinely, I don't feel as though um, I'm wrong for asking all of my friends to be understanding within this time frame for me, because I have specifically said that if I go off the limb, if I say anything, it's not personal. It is me literally dealing with shit on my own. I get so many messages, so many fucked up shit. I was trying to show you some of the stuff that was being said to me, and it'd be dumb, but you only here for a couple of days. As soon as you got off the plane, you was already looking for your flight to leave. You was
So
already
this is
looking
me
for your
talking
flight
to
to
my
leave.
friend.
That kind of was fucking with me a little bit, because the last time you were here, we didn't spend any time together because I was gone. So that happened. I said it's not that serious. She got shit she got
I
to do.
always
It's
talk
not
to
that
my
serious,
friends.
treasure.
This is
Then
how I
we're
talk to
sitting
my
in,
friends. I
like,
don't
not for
wanna I
nothing,
don't
every
wanna
time
have
I'm
no
trying to talk to you,
issues.
you on the phone. Like you do it kind of
This is a
consistently.
personal
Like, and it be,
conversation.
I be
We're
feeling like
very
I'm bothering
emotional,
you. You know what I'm saying?
crying.
Because then you kind of, let me call you back. It's just be how you have to end your phone calls with the people who you're on the phone with. And you could subconsciously be.
So me stating all of this is basically because like I was saying prior, when you couldn't really hear her, how I say I walk on eggshells. I purposely try not to not overstep my boundaries, but I don't want to annoy any of my friends because I don't want to lose them. And this is basically me just telling her how, you know, you be on the phone, you be doing, and I don't want you to, I don't want you to get mad
Doing.
at
You
me.
don't even understand. You don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But not for nothing. You tell me that you're coming, and you say I'm gonna get my flight. I make sure that your flight is purchased because I need you here, not because you're sitting in. No, because you are agreeing to come out here, but because I physically need you here. Then you come here,
It doesn't matter how
And
long it took me, as
you
long
make
as
me
I'm
feel a little
speaking,
bit
because this is, I need
upset
this.
because I've actually been talking about you doing this hairstyle for over a month. You know what I'm saying? Damn near since January. And to be honest, it did. I do be kind of feeling like you as soon as I like was kind of talking about the hair, I just really don't want to do hair anymore. And then I don't want to make you do something that I know you don't want to do, and you need a break sometime because you're always working. So that's me being extra considerate of my friend. And I know that you live in situations, other things like that. I'm like, I don't know how comfortable you sleep at night, so I would want you to sleep comfortably. It's not about you sleeping on the fucking blanket. It's that blanket is expensive. I don't even sleep on the motherfucker. I just said
I
you
be
can
bougie
sleep in the fucking
sometimes.
bed. If I
That's
didn't
me
want you
talking
sleeping
about
on the
my
bed, I would say
blanket.
dust me, get out of my bed.
I
You know
got,
what I'm saying? But I
certain
just
blankets I don't even
said,
sleep on.
just
That's
lift
all.
the blanket up and just sleep on the sheets. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to specifically say, Destiny, you haven't took a shower. Even if you're laying on the blanket, your body and all of that is still fluctuating through the blanket. Now I sound ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to say things without saying it bluntly to make people's feelings
Because
hurt
I'm a very
because I
blunt
know how it will
person.
make me feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like you stink or something
She
like that.
wasn't stinking. Let
But
me
I'm just
correct
saying,
it.
it's body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, maybe she not understanding it, and I don't know how to say, don't lay on my blanket. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know how to say some of those things because I am personally so scared to lose the few friends that I have that I walk on eggshells. And it's my fault that I do that. And it's not my fault that I'm going through this
It's
because I
not.
seriously believed that someone who I trusted for years was my friend.
And this is what
And I'm
I'm dealing with.
continuously going back and trying to understand
And it's a friendship trauma because it's
where
not
I
just
fucked up
affecting
at,
me.
where I
It's
became
it's
expendable
affecting
at.
it's
Like
affecting
I sat and I was
it's
even thinking,
affecting
I
my
was like, you know what?
friends. Look at how bad
I
it's affecting
remember
my friends.
Tiger
My
and Tiger was
friends is
arguing, and I remember
my
Tiger
re-
telling
my
me she ain't your friend. She don't. I remember these things. I remember back when she was dealing with the fucking light skinned nigga who bought her first set of titties. I can't even remember his fucking name. You know what I'm saying?
these
But
was
I
private
remember him.
conversations, but yeah, I'm talking to my
No, it
best
wasn't. I
friend
don't even remember what the
Destiny.
fuck his name was. But the fact of the matter is that he told me that. You know what I'm saying? He said that she said that I was hating because I didn't have the money to get my titties done. You know what I'm
These
saying?
are
And I'm
all
just like, why
facts.
would she say that? And I'm like, well, I did kind of
These are
sass her
things
titties,
that,
but that's also me. Yeah, I was being honest, but then that's also me always making excuses for my friends. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
then not for
me.
nothing, my friends always have given me this type of aura as to where they make me feel as though they need me.
I'm
You
a
know what I'm saying?
mom.
Like they need me just as much. Not like it's not mutual, but it makes me feel as though you know what I'm saying. Like
Always. Wilda, you have
it's a
to.
need or want more than the other person.
Relationship is one-sided.
Yeah, no, I don't think that the relationship is one sided. How I just did a recent interview, and specifically in that interview, I was asked, "What do I believe a friend is?" A real friend is not monetary, emotional, physical, or any
It's
of those
not.
things. They are a plethora of all of them. But a real friend is just a person who is present.
Just
A
being
person who is
present.
there for you, who knows
If you
the
got the
difference of when
money,
to
you
shut
give it.
up and when
If you
to
could cook,
listen.
you
A
cook.
person does
If
not
you can
have
watch
to
the
give
kids,
you
you
money
watch the
to be your
kids.
friend. A person does not have to be always emotionally available. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we
Because that's
too
too much to
busy.
ask
Sometimes
of
I don't have the
somebody. But
energy
what
to
I
take
am
on
going
your
to ask
pain.
of my
So you
friends
gotta
is
ask
if
for
I
my
say that I'm
permission.
always emotionally, physically, financially, mentally, however I am there
I'm
for
there
you,
for all of my
I don't
friends.
ask for none of those things from my friends. I asked for this one time because I knew that this was happening. And I knew how I took it the first time. I asked all of my friends to give me this time, to give me this patience within myself, because sometimes I will be in a perfectly good mood. And then I will see something on the internet that hurts my feelings. And I don't even want to repeat it because it hurts my feelings so bad. But that's what I'm dealing with, you know? And I get it. And that's why I said I can't change how nobody else feels because this is how I feel. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm worthy. I don't know if I deserve the friends that I have. And I don't know, am I a fucked up friend? Am I an enabler? What type of friend am I?
These are things that you start to ask
Everybody say I'm a
yourself.
good friend. I'm this, I'm that. But how much of a good friend could I have been to be embarrassed like that on TV? Everybody, you see, People can say that, and it does. Other people say that, but it's other people who are saying other things too. They don't know me, but it's the fact of it's thousands and thousands of people. It's
It was so
thousands and
many
thousands of
comments.
comments.
So
You know, like
many.
I mean,
I'm
my
a human.
following is not that big compared on a larger scale.
Like,
And
this
then
is.
not for nothing, it's not just it's China don't have to say anything. Look at the captions on WeTV.
She ain't gotta say
Look at the
nothing.
fucking captions that they're talking about me on. And that's not me. But I have to sit and I have to be quiet. On top of me having to be quiet, I can't have an opinion on what the fuck is going on in my life. And then on top of me
And
not being
everybody
able to
just keep
have an
telling me, be
opinion or being able
quiet,
to
be
express
quiet, don't talk
myself, I'm
about
trying
it.
to be on my spiritually aligned path, which is knocking me off of, which
And
is
it's knocking me
fucking
off
up my
my
money,
thing.
which is fucking up my mental capacity right now, which is now also fucking up my relationship with my other friends. So I'm sorry if I get to a point where I'm just like, fuck it, then I don't care. And everything just becomes a brick wall. Because unfortunately, that's where I'm getting at in life. I'm feeling as though fuck it, wall, 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 and I'll just be in that motherfucker by myself. And it's fucked up. It is fucked up. But these are things that I'm trying my very best to deal with. I'm really trying. That's why I keep telling myself, Treasure, no, if you feel a certain type of way, say it right there because you are going to bottle it. You are going to act like it's
And this
okay.
is a
And
personal
it's not, Treasure.
conversation that I was having with
It's
my
not.
best friend.
And
It's
then
not
you're going to
okay.
act like nothing happened.
This is what I do.
And then you're going to just,
I try to smooth it
because
over because I'm just
in
like,
total, when
I'll
I'm
be the
looking
bigger
back at shit,
person. That's been my role.
I found
I'm
and
the
built my
bigger person.
relationship with my friends to be my family.
This is how
I
you.
created my own family. That's what I wanted. And I have been doing that since I was 12 years old. The first person who broke my heart as my family was Jasmine.
The girl who I was
She
talking
beat
about.
me up in the fucking middle of the street for no reason. I have no idea to this day what the fuck I did to her, but that was my best friend since fourth grade. You called me to your house, and as I'm walking down the street, you just attacked me. And I never knew why. Then you came to my home and cut up all my pictures of me and my fucking dead child's father. Like, I've been getting fucked up since I was a fucking teenager. I don't deserve none of this shit. That's why I said that I believe in past life traumas. Because for me to be getting all of this shit right now, I had to be some type of hell of a fucked up ass person in my past life. And I am hell of a paying for it. And I'm trying my best to make sure that my next life is a little bit better. Like, that's genuinely all I'm doing.
So the video continues to go on for about another 20 minutes. But we continue to go back and forth, and we're pretty much just talking about how the friendship traumas are actually affecting my friends. I talk about a few of my other friends, but I didn't actually ask them if I could put their audio on here. I'm positive that they wouldn't mind, but I just don't want to blindside them with that. But it just definitely is something that it's not just affecting me, it's affecting my friends because they have to be there for me. So they have to, deal with me in a completely different way. They have to know what not to say. Like I was sitting and saying, like, I have trigger words. Like, if you sit and you tell me, oh, you acting like China or something like that, or not even acting like China, or I'm trying to sugarcoat it, and that's just what I be doing. I had a friend who told me that basically I deserved what China was doing to me, and if I saw red after that, I kind of flipped, and the only thing that saved me from actually being in a physical altercation with her was the sound of her voice. Like I kind of like came to because I heard her voice and I love her. So I'm like, I can't, you know, beat you up because I love you, and that's just not who I am. But friendship traumas is real. Listen, it's a little bit too real, and it's even more real because how I said, and I said it's affecting my friends. It's affecting my friendships to the point where they're telling me, look, I can't play this tetherball with you. But I had to sit and explain to my friend, like when I found out that the Real Black China was airing again December 19th. I was sitting in my house minding my business. Somebody called me, told me, "Hey, oh, I see the trailer. What trailer? What y'all talking about?" And I see the show. Is this a new season? And I'm like, "What season?" So then they sent me the link from ETV, and I'm like, "E News is posting this." I'm like, "This is the old trailer." I'm like, "I wasn't informed of none of this." So long story short, I was upset because the entire 2020, I hadn't mentioned that girl, completely blocked her from my life, was completely moved on. Finally, trying to align myself, trying to recover my business, getting myself back aligned within myself. So I was good, and then to end out the year having to hear this, it was pretty upset, and I believe that was a weekend. So the following week, I tried to get a lawyer on it to see if I can get a cease and desist, and with COVID and the holiday, Christmas, then New Year's, then it came up the following week after that. Everyone was pretty much like, listen, it's going to air before you can even get, before you could get seen in front of a judge or before you could get her subpoenaed to have to do the shit. So it was a clock thing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a race against the clock, and I'm like, okay, so I'm shit out of luck again, right? It's nothing that I could do about it. Is basically what you're saying. So pretty much that was basically what they were saying. I had few people over look my papers that I had signed, my release papers, and I pretty much signed over all of the rights. So it was pretty much nothing that I could do with that. The only thing that I had was verbal consent and different things of that China was exclaiming that she was going to pay me, and the other people who had aligned her within the show. So after I had called the lawyers that was a part of the show, after I had called the producers of the show to try to get paid after the show had ended, they called me back and was like, we're going to call China and see if you should get paid. They called China and they called me back on three-way with the lawyers and was like, China says she doesn't feel as though you should be paid because you did not finish filming. And I said, because I didn't finish filming. Nobody ever called me. China won't even answer her phone. Are y'all fucking serious? So y'all telling me that I didn't fulfill my contract because I didn't finish filming. Y'all never called me again after y'all blew up me and my friend's relationship. But she allowed that. Someone was present that was there, and they said what she said while she was right there. So she didn't want to pay me, had no intention on paying me. And I just was like, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. It's nothing that I can do about it. It's a lesson that I learned, and I realized that even if it is friends, you definitely have to have your shit in writing because it's a possibility that, not even a possibility. Everybody's just not real, and that's just what it is. So it's sad, but that's just what it is, and I just it was nothing that I could do about it. So I'm just like, dang man, like this girl just really just used me, blew up my life, and then she's trying to do it again. So I said, you know what? Forget it. I can't get no money from this, can't get no money from that. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna tell my story, and I'm gonna explain exactly why and how certain things had happened. I know next week y'all probably want to see her talking with Lyra Galore, talking about how she just, well, you're going to see the stuff that she says, or I guess we'll figure it out. But that's all lies too. Like I've never been super extra. A whole lot of people used to always ask me, why did I always post China? She ain't post me. She would ask me to post her, and I'm like, okay, why not? It's no big deal. But now that I'm starting to look at it, I'm like, maybe she was kind of like, telling me one thing and telling other people other things. Probably could possibly, I'm thinking she could have even been telling somebody I was obsessed with her, from the way how things was. But then I'm like, that can't be from, how any and everybody who has ever worked for her, who may not works for her now, but anybody who was ever around always can tell you that they called me to get shit done. Thank you, love is always the answer. Loyalty is everything. Loyalty is everything for us born in DC. That's why it hurts so bad. Listen, if you don't get it, then that's just why, because you're just not loyal. People from DC definitely are built differently because it's so small and so tight knit in there. Like you know everybody. It's a city, but it's a town. You know, it's like everybody should be always around each other. No, I'm not half Puerto Rican. My dad is black and white. He is half Irish and half black. So I'm black and Irish. But when I did my ancestry test, it says that I am 47% Nigerian, so and 9% Sierra Leonean. So I'm a lot more African. I'm only 11% Irish. Thank you all so much for your donations in today's live. I don't even know how to end this out, but I don't want to have to keep on talking about the friendship traumas because it's going to keep on picking at it. But I am really happy that my friend was able to sit down, talk to me, explain to me on a whole different level because I wasn't getting it. And she really was telling me like, Treasure, you are that friend. Like you are that friend. And if you want this mug, Abigail, you can get it from Sip with Intentions. Yes, you definitely can. It's an amazing black owned business, a female owned black business at that. But it hurt me that it's hurting my friends so much. And it also hurts me that because not that I was questioning any of their loyalty or any of their, friendship or whatever, but it's kind of hard not to evaluate everyone around you when someone who you thought would be around you forever did something like that to you. It wasn't that I didn't think anybody else wasn't genuine. I was really, really, really actually checking myself because I mean, well, like I'm the girl out of the crew who has long relationships, so I don't think that is a compatibility type of thing because I'm able to have long relationships with people. The only friendships that I feel as though that I do not have anymore were all friendships that were cut off because of something that the female had done to me or me having to prevent from her to continuously do. But I always give people time to to try to fix it, or even try to come back from it. But everybody can't come back from things. And to be very, very, very honest with this whole China thing, I genuinely thought that we would have become back friends. But she never reached back out to me. And I sent her an extremely long message, and it didn't affect her. So, you can't dwell where you're not wanted. And I've never been in a business of keeping anything that does not want to be kept. So, and that includes friendships as well. Thank you, Carla. And I am moving on. I really, really am, Carla. I am letting it go. I appreciate you telling me that I am a better person. And this this was more so because I wasn't even going to do a part two to friendship traumas. I was actually just going to go into another trauma, which is the next one that I'm going to actually end up talking about. And I'm going to talk about childhood traumas and how they affect you as adults. And that's going to actually be more so parental, as far as us as the generation, how our parents, the traumas that were put on us, which made us who we are today. And just like with our children, like I have I had my first child at 16. So he kind of grew up with me, and me being a teen mom is a trauma for my child. And that's something that we don't even recognize, especially in the Black community, because it's so normal. But it shouldn't be normal. But it's definitely a whole trauma within itself, because just imagine like I mean, I it's that's a whole nother hour and a half conversation, but definitely the childhood traumas that I went through, just not even having two parents in the household. Like that's a trauma. Like if you have, three, four houses down the street, everybody got mom and dad in the house, and you living with grandma, or you live with your uncle who possibly sexually assaults you at night. It's so many different traumas, virginity traumas. I was unfortunately one of the many, 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 many women who virginity was, not an option. Mine was taken from me. And that's a whole trauma within itself. So I think that's also why I love and I connect the way that I do, because the first flower of my love that I was supposed to, give to someone, I, was stripped of that gift. So, everyone has a story, everyone has things that they've been through. I know mine is pretty deep, from literally losing my parents, rape, teen mom, losing a child's father 6 weeks later, friends attacking you. Like it's just so much. Like it's just crazy. Oh, wait a minute. Not my uncle. My uncle did not sexually assault me. Nah, my uncle didn't sexually assault me at night, but he was a touchy feely ass uncle. But it was never no penetration. Yes. Carla, with that incident with my son, I begged for that to actually be taken out. I asked her several occasions, and she thought it was funny because the situation with her arguing with her mom. And when I was asked, should she leave that in, I said, if you want it to be good TV, I said, I guess it looks decent. I said, but it does look a little argumentative if this is supposed to be a positive show. So when that episode had posted, I had asked her, I was like, well, can we take that out, please, because Lamar, he was in high school at that time, and I'm like, I don't want anybody to see this and be like, oh, that's your mom, you know what I'm saying, and actually come for him in that way. So that was my meaning towards that, and she said no on several occasions. So even at the premiere, I cried when that part had actually came on. But I did ask for that part to be taken out, and it wasn't. Then when I actually saw that she sent them after me, that part even hurt even more. Like, as I was going through the episodes, you see little parts. Like even from the Wendy Williams episode, I swear when we were in the car and they like, Treasure, be more enthusiastic, be so excited. Like, shit's the Wendy Williams show. Like, this is the Wendy Williams show. You're really, and I'm like, okay, let's do it again. And I'm like, oh my God, girl, that was the show. Da, da, da. And then when you see the episode, you see her and Jamal looking at each other like, okay, Treasure, calm down. So I'm like, y'all set that up? Like, who does that? But it is what it is. I guess, they were trying to, I guess, just make it good TV. But yeah, it is what it is. Yes, she did tell them to follow me. And I say, someone say, like my shirt, it's Sesame Streets, because colors are beautiful. And it's the skin for me. And if it's the skin, baby, make sure you are using Goddess Glow Foaming Face Wash. Ultra calming. It has feverfew in it. So if you get hives or anything, like if you eat something and you break out real quick, wash your face with this. I'm trying to tell you, it is definitely going to give you some immediate results. I just love it. I just love it. Sherry, unfortunately, I wasn't never paid for any episodes. I know a few people had actually came and they said, well, China said that you were paid. Um, Star Seed, if you waiting on your wash, it's coming, baby, it's coming. Um, but everyone be asking, they say, no, I wasn't paid for the show, because like I said to everybody, when the show was done with subscribers. So the show, they get influencers so that they could get subscribers, and the subscribers determine how much we were supposed to get paid. So, we did the numbers. China, 16 million followers. With my following, with family, different things, we crunched all of the numbers. And then it was, well, let's say, I think the subscription was like $4 per person. So we was even saying, let's say if even a million people subscribe to it and they pay $4, that's $4 million. That's what we was even looking at. Like, she has 16 million. We're gonna break it down to say the third of your following actually subscribes. That should have been $4 million. If so, then she gets a percentage. Everything gets broken down, blase, blase. But we wasn't supposed to get none of this until after the first 30 days. The day that the argument and me and her happened was day 39. Was day 29, just for the record. So I believe that was all set up so that she could have a reason not to pay me personally. Because, of course, after 30 days, I was about to start asking for some money. And that was a way to prevent her from actually being able to pay me for the show. That's how I really actually feel. And yes, I am actually going to court. We are going to go to court since it was actually put on WeTV. I do believe that we can take it to court. I am a Libra, Patricia. And Wilda, the name of the product is Goddess Glow Foaming Face Wash. It's available on my website. And Mrs. Split, I'm so happy that you enjoyed the sound bath. I love it. I'm actually supposed to be doing another one tomorrow with another amazing healer. I'm not sure if the show is canceled or not. Yes, Star, they really made me look like a cheerleader. Yes. A whole lot of people were saying that they couldn't watch the whole episode, and it's pretty sad because I just don't see why we couldn't have did something positive. Like, I was really promised that we was going to do an empowerment event. Like, I was promised that I would be able to do something for the ladies, or we was going to do a pamper party, and instead they did a painting a nude dude or something like that. But whatever, I guess that was more important. So it is what it is. But yes, if you haven't, I would like for you to go over to my website and get my book, which is called Healing Your Yoni with Treasure Gems. And it is a beginner's guide to healing yourself. It tells you about the yoni eggs that I have available on my website. And I am erotic yoni yoga goddess. So it shows a few of the poses that I like to do to promote vaginal stimulation and promote a more healthier pelvic floor. So definitely go ahead onto my website and grab that. I sign all of the books that you purchase off of my website. It is $2 cheaper, I believe, if you get it on Amazon. No, it's $2 cheaper on my website than from Amazon. So, but if you want it faster, you can get it from Amazon for $2 more. And we're going to jump on over here to my organic yoni steaming tea. You see all of the amazing herbs is visible and labeled on my website. The mugworts, the roses, the lavender, all of that good stuff is there. It tells you what each herb does for your yoni. And right now we have those on sale. Buy two, get two for free. So be sure to shop all of the amazing products at the Treasure Gems Holistic Healing Shop. You're very, very welcome. I hope everyone definitely did enjoy all of the free stuff that I added into the boxes. All of the lucky ladies who was able to get a box while they were available, because they sold out very fast. I was in here packing up. I was actually very shocked that they sold out so fast. I even added a few more on there. So please do shop all of the products at Treasure Gems. Thank you, Tawana. I truly do appreciate that. And I was hurt. Like some people would sit and say, oh no, you wasn't, or what so have you. I was. It was definitely not something that was cool for me. D, okay, you trying to get a workout outfit in a 2X. Listen, these are extremely stretchy. I think that you could, if you need a 2X, you think you could do an extra large. They stretch and they got a whole lot of constriction on it. So like they stretch and they pull. So those will actually be something pretty cool for you. So like I said, I'm going to do a few promotions before I actually get out of here. Now this, I already pulled it out the bag because I was like, this looks nice. I was like, let me see what this is. This is from Shop Glitter Girl Boutique. Shop Glitter Girl Boutique gave me a nice black 2-piece set. Listen, this thing right here finna look good. I'm gonna take some pictures in this. They sent me some other stuff before. And this is actually my cousin, my blood cousin, clothing line. I'm so proud of her. Like I was the only entrepreneur in my family for years, literally. And now I got a couple of cousins who is doing something. My other cousin, she got her jewelry line. But my cousin, she got the nice, hold on with the scrunchy, but you know, this ass gonna be popping in this. So yes, I think this is gonna be so cute. Shop Glitter Girl Boutique. I'm gonna put all of them on there. So yes. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to go on live and do some of these on Instagram as well because most of the people on Instagram is following. Hey, everybody who is new to the chat. Y'all gonna have to go back and check the video for friendship traumas. We are now doing some promotion. Yes, it is a skirt, and it's gonna be so cute. Wait till I put your bad boy on. And this right here is from Manifesting Energy in Las Vegas. It smells good. What's up in here? Okay. Oh, that's what I'm talking. You know what? I just love black-owned businesses. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. You better get into that oral care. She got a teeth rinse mint. I ain't never seen this. She's officially the first person who sent me something for the mouth. Oh, goodness. I got to pop this open. Manifested Energy. Is this a tuna? Oh, I love it. Okay, let me see. So we have, I like it's everything say teeth. Okay. Boom, manifested energy. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. She got a teeth paste, an oil pull, a face cleanser, deodorant, all more hygienic products. Let's go, sis. That's what I'm talking about. But look at the name of it. What that mouth do kit. Y'all better come on with the day. You know what? You better come on with it. I am not playing with you. And this got to be a tongue cleanser. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it cleans the tongue. Y'all know I be smoking, so this is definitely something that I can benefit from. I'm going to do 5 of them on here. So that's 2. Then I'm going to jump on to my, no, it says teeth rinse. I'm going to jump onto my Instagram. And I'm going to do some more of them. And this is from iLuxury Collections. Oh, let's see. This is my girl Amber. She be sending me some good stuff. She be sending me lashes and everything. Well, she got some yoni bars, okay. We got a sexual desire, a juice box yoni bar. Listen, baby. Sexual desire. Listen, don't play with her. Amber is moving up. This is what I'm talking about, baby. She started off with just sending me lashes. Now she's sending the yoni bars, all of that good stuff. and she just wants me to know her honest opinions. She sent me some instructions on how to use them and everything. Yes. See, I be telling people, listen, I love when I sit and I tell people how to do things, and or if I give a suggestion and they actually get it done that way. Okay, yes, our luxury collections. This is what I'm talking about. Let's see, what's in this one? This one is from Fashion Tour. Gotta open this mug up. Okay. They say it's fragile. From Fashion Tour. Okay. We got a face shield. Yes, keeping me quarantine ready. Yes. Protective for isolation, anti-spray, anti-fog, and anti-smoke. Y'all make sure y'all, you know what? I'm just loving it. Oh, listen. For anybody who sends me stuff, when y'all send me these notes, listen, I collect these Jones. Everybody know I said I'm like the sentimental queen. I have all of my cards and stuff back from elementary school. I have the very first Valentine's Day card that I got from my very first Valentine. Business cards. Yes, it's a credit card. I like it. I love this, girl. Listen, Chicago, come on through. I'm going to post all of these items. And when I do post them, I'm going to tag everybody. Okay. Ugh, I need to go. I'm going to go and get some more stuff. Because I just got another alert from a P.O. box. And then I have a few more items right here. So when I do this later on my YouTube, or not on my YouTube, on my Instagram, because this is where most of the people, their products and stuff, their promos is coming from YouTube. Ugh, I can't open this one up without my scissors. So I'm going to do a couple of those. Well, 4 is cool for right now, but I'm going to get on my Instagram and I'm going to do those later. But yes, let's answer a few more questions. Yes, I do have a few clothes on my website. Yes, I'm about to say, you saying it's the face wash hypoallergenic? Yes, it is. I try to be as transparent as possible because at the end of the day, no one can judge me for being me. If you catch me out on the streets and you're like, you know what, she's this, she's that, or if I'm always acting bougie, it's not. I can't even act bougie. Like I be trying to sometimes. Like it's not even for me. It's not even acting bougie. It's more so just acting reserve. That's what I'm just going to say because I'm such an open book. I'm such a regular chill person. Oh no, not my twin cousins. It's actually my cousin Tasha. It's actually my second cousin, so it's not one of my first cousins. It's my second cousin Tasha. Yes. Okay. Well, I actually am about to go to my P.O. box because my new shipment of the Yoni wash is available. So gotta go and pick that up. I'm so happy that I actually listen, that's another thing before I get out of here. I want to actually say to everybody, continue to keep on pushing forward to what it is that you want. This is about to be year 5 for me. In Treasure Gems business, and I'm trying to tell you, it was up and down. The first year I didn't even make $1,000 in my business, but I continued to push forward on it. I really believed in it. The second year in my business, I think I made almost $40,000 because I stayed so heavy on it. The third year in my business was the year that I unfortunately was doing that show with China, and to be very honest, for 4 months after the airing and her calling my yoni eggs, pussy eggs, and all of that other stuff, and it was on Shade Room and 40,000 comments and all of this other stuff. I took a 4-month, was making $200-$300 for like 4 months straight. Like it really, I didn't even make 40,000 in that year, but staying with it and being consistent because I believe in my products. I use my products. I believe that they do help people. The fact that I have so many women who have been getting pregnant, who have been odor free, different things of that matter. These are things that matter, and I want them to continue to matter, and I want to continue to help women. So I am going to continue to do them, and I'm going to continue to keep researching, adding products that will be beneficial to the ladies. And I'm going to continue with my clothing line that I am doing. It is day to night women's wear, and it is going to be lingerie to simple wear, just maxi dresses and different things of that, the simple clothes. I'm not doing all of the stuff that's going to cause bulges and all that other stuff, but the sizes will go from extra small to 2X. So, or I think I may have some with a 3X, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's what I am anticipating and working on right now. And then the other really, really, really big thing that I am just so excited about is actually being able to have my own private spa, which should be opening up in May, hopefully. And I'm just really excited about that. I am trying my very best to do what God has put me here on this earth to do. Because if you know me, you know I've had my battles with God. And for a while, I just thought that he just ain't fuck with me. And then I just really, I had to come back. And then when I came back correct, I was like, you know what? So you was messing with me the whole time? And he was just messing with me the whole time, and he just was trying to prepare me for greater things, and that's just what I'm going to do. So I appreciate you all sitting right here laughing, crying, and enjoying my energy, and I enjoy all of you all. Thank you all for everybody who sent me my tips and donations on here today. All of the thumbs up. Make sure that you do hit the like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell so that you can be here every time that I'm going live, because I have so much stuff to say. Another thing that I am going to be doing, where is it at? I am going to put together my female reproductive system. So, if you do not know how your yoni goes, let me show you. This is going to be another video that I'm going to be doing. So make sure you do hit the bell. So, ladies, everything that I do is for you. And then, gentlemen, y'all definitely could tune in too, because some of y'all need to know what these pieces is on these pussies. So, thank you again. Y'all have an amazing day. Love you all.